this video definitely has a little bit of everything in it. We've got major progress on the Mangrove Estuary Build connected to Predator Bay 3000. We have a major milestone. The not so mini monsters have moved up to the 4,500 gallon. That's right, we have arowana in the 4,500 gallon. And my bamboo sharks, they keep breeding, and this time I caught them in the act. I filmed it, so if you want to know what it looks like for bamboo sharks when they're breeding, well, I got you covered. And of course, there is new mini monsters coming to the grow out, and for those of you who watched through the whole video, play a little game in there, and maybe if you have an opportunity to win a prize, could be fun. All right, there's a lot to go, so let's jump right into it. Let's go. Okay, so you guys know about the 4 shark eggs, and actually right now you see 3 shark eggs, and that's because the blue line grouper swam inside of here, and I am assuming, he does it a lot actually, and I'm assuming he knocked one of the eggs out. So elsewhere in the aquarium, I rounded up 3 more shark eggs. I saw 4 at one point. I don't know where the 4th one went, but there's 3 here, and now 3 over here. I don't know if one of these is from the one that got knocked out from here, or they laid 3 or 4 more. But at one point I did see 4 right there on the sand. So like I said, right now I have 6. So somewhere in here is, I think at least another egg, which I'll keep an eye on. But yeah, now you kind of know why I'm going as fast as I can on the 3,000 gallon saltwater system. Well, it's actually going to be at 4,000 now with the big mangrove thing, but yeah, if I'm going to have baby sharks, they're going to need a place to live. Okay, we got water set aside for the big boys here, and we have all the pumps turned off except for the Ultra Zero, so we're obviously going to pump this thing down to make it a lot easier to catch these guys. Plus, I need to reset the 315 because we have more monster grow outs coming next week, so these guys are getting the promotion to the big tank, and we're quickly backfilling the grow out tank with more new mini monsters. You know, before I forget, we're moving an arowana over here to the 4,500 gallon. We need to double check the top and make sure, man, they look beautiful. Make sure that we are fully covered. All right, so the arowana won't be on this side for a while, but we're all covered here. We're looking good, looking good. All right, now we're getting to the divider here. And okay, we got tops, everything looking good. That's the riverbank in the back. There's a spot. So I never put in the custom top to go around that. I just put something in the front. All right, I need to get something to fix that before we move them over. And let's see, we're looking good here. And good all the way down. I gotta put something here too. Okay, we got 2 things to fix before we bring the tiger shovel nose, the arowana, peacock, the Xingu peacock bass, very fitting for the Xingu River, and the bumblebee Oscars over here to the grow outside to join the rest of these guys. So back behind the 3,000 gallon future Predator Bay, we're working on the Marine Estuary Aquarium. And as you can see, we've got the 2 major sections here. This is the deeper 4-foot section over here. Then you see we'll have a rise. We'll have like a drop off with the aquascape and everything. So this will be our 4-foot deep section over here. And this will be our 3-foot deep section over here. And you can kind of see 2 big windows forming. So 1 big window here and a big window in this section here. By the end of this video, I'll have this all framed out much more, so you'll have a real good idea of what it's going to look like. But what I want to talk about is, I've been thinking about how I want to integrate it with the 3,000 gallon. And so the plan is, I'm going to keep the 3 drains that I have over here on the far side. So there's one that's going to be coming out here. I took the over the top one off, and it'll be coming through just like I did over here. And as you know, we return the water to the other side. So comes in over there, goes 21.5 feet, comes down over here, 21.5 feet back through the sump. So the addition here is going to be that I'm going to pump water from inside the 3,000 gallon Predator Bay up, and I'll bring that plumbing over the ceiling, get it mounted in, and bring it down into the estuary aquarium. So we're going to be pumping water in 3,000 into the estuary. That water is going to flow 20 feet this direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to repurpose this drain right here. We have another over the top drain which we'll be cutting off because we want to have this top be extremely sturdy for the big sharks. But what happens, that over the top drain comes down to this 2-inch pipe which drains all the way down to with the other drains. So what's going to happen is I'm going to tie in the new estuary aquarium to this drain over here. So the water is going to come in at the far side. It's going to come up and over and down, flow 20 feet through the estuary, and then return into this drain here and move its way all the way down to the beginning of the sump, and then back down this way, and then back into the 3,000 gallon. So that's going to connect the aquariums together, and the Mangrove Estuary Aquarium is a little over 1,000 gallons, so it's going to kind of become Predator Bay 4,000 in terms of water volume, but 3,000 in terms of swimming space for the shark, for the big sharks. As we know, this will be an estuary, so a few smaller shark species will be here. And then also, I'm going to use the space up here on the wall or above this aquarium, most likely for a external protein skimmer, which will do the same thing. It'll pull from this aquarium and then return back into this aquarium over here. So as you can see, we do have a design in place here. Now I just need to start replicating out all of this support structure here, and start framing up these walls and these windows, and then give you an idea, then show you that, and that'll give you a real good idea of what the estuary aquarium is going to look like. So it's still pumping out water with the 315 grow out, but the boys are getting ready for the big move. Let's take a look at the modifications to the tops on the 4500. Okay, we can take no chances with the arowana. So we've got a nice little feeding portal here, double covered, and we've got the custom hole cut there in that top for that piece of wood to come out and cover up all the way in the back. And then we've covered over on the side as well, adding in a top to cover that side. So we've done our due diligence, and we are, as best as we can be, arowana ready. Of course, there are the possibility of adding weighted bars to the top. Won't be necessary right now, these are still small, but we'll see as they grow. So far, big peacock bass have nailed the top a couple times and it's held up well, so we'll see. Well, if 8 shark eggs wasn't enough, the male's at it again. I'm almost thinking I might have to have 2 shark tanks, one for the male sharks and one for the female sharks. I'm going to be running out of space with all these babies if even half of these eggs hatch. But you see, he's got her fin there, and he'll pull her up in the water column and eventually try to flip her over. Obviously, based on how many eggs we've collected so far, he knows what he's doing. He's getting pretty good at it. I love having these guys together, but I can only deal with so many shark eggs. Unless maybe, is there a market for bamboo shark eggs? Maybe I need to research that. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe I have a new business. So lately, this seems to be the corner over here. He gets her wedged between the glass and the rocks. He's got her half turned right now, and yeah, we'll see if he moves his body. Oh, he's moving his body over. I don't see the claspers yet, though. Looks like he's still enticing her, but he is positioning as well. So he seems to have this down. Like I said, he gets her over here in the corner. Gets her turned sideways and does his business. No more shark eggs. You can actually see the sperm. He just ejaculated sperm. You can see it right there coming out. Yep. So yeah, he's He's impregnating her right now. Yeah, I'll have to see when I see the video to see if you can see the sperm on the video, but I can see it clearly here in the water, especially the first big ejaculation came out. It was quite a bit. Yep, got her turned sideways there and inseminating her. Well, I would say based on experience, actually there's some more. There's going to be more shark eggs. Alright, I'll leave these two to their business. Just sitting over my desk and he just got all active again. I saw a huge amount of sperm come out of him. Big blast. It's crazy. Kind of see how big this guy is. You're talking that's a 10-foot glass panel. And he's not half of, well, he's he's close to half, but not quite. Pretty big. But if you ever wonder why all the aquascape got knocked down in Predator Bay 2000, well, there you go. That behavior, this is actually not anywhere near as rough as it can get with these guys. And when he's banging around in there, knocking everything over. But we're going to take care of that with Predator Bay 3000. We're going to have a scape that is truly shark proof, even for big sharks. Zoom out a little bit to get him all the way in. He's a big boy. I definitely can't wait to get Predator Bay 3000 going. I can't wait to see him in a bigger tank with a much wider, longer footprint. It is going to be awesome. Also, if I can find them, the plans I have for their tank mates, it is going to be a very, very cool tank. And now he's trying to pick her up. Oh, he's finished. He let go. Well, that's what it looks like when bamboo sharks breed. The male grasps the pectoral fin of the female. He kind of wears her out or excites her or whatever he's doing. And then he eventually just drags her to some place where he can sort of pin her down and get her on her side. And then you see that with these claspers grab her, and you see the ejaculate come out. So yeah, I'm looking probably a third round of eggs coming. Good Lord, I need to get that estuary built fast as possible. Okay, we're getting everything ready. So all the fish are in the trash can, and man, they look big in the trash can. We're not going to be able to float these guys in the milk crates like I normally do because they're hardcore jumpers. Water is pretty much the same in the whole fish basement, so I am setting up the camera on the tripod, so I'm going to be fishing the fish out and putting them in over here, and I'll have the tripod set up here and see if we can get a look at their first moments in the 4,500 gallon.
All right, everybody is in, but this is actually the worst time of the day for the glare. But there's the tiger shovel nose up close there on the front. The Xingu peacock bass underneath the dock there is at least one of them. And of course the arowana is up top. You don't know how long I've waited to have an arowana in this bad boy. This has been a long time coming. Anyone knows I've had my troubles with them growing up and jumping out, so this is a huge moment. We finally have an arowana in the 4,500 gallon, and there's that pair of bumblebee Oscars hanging out together. Everybody looking good. Nobody giving them a hard time. They're all pretty big fish, so didn't expect too much of a problem, but you never know. It's always better safe than sorry. Let's see if we can find the other Xingu bass. All right, here they are over here. There's one down there and two in the back, sort of swimming mid-water there behind the flagtail, all the way in the back. Of course, the existing guys are all checking everybody out, but they all look good. I don't expect any problems with these guys acclimating with each other. No one's really big enough to bother anybody. So pretty exciting. We have our first catfish in the aquarium. The tiger shovel nose, our first arowana, and 3 more peacock bass, specifically peacock bass that are from the Xingu River. So this truly is a Xingu River Aquarium now that it has true Xingu River peacock bass species in it. But so I'm going to let these guys acclimate now, and I'll get some footage later on when the sun goes down, so I don't have so much crazy reflections like I do right now. So finally got some good progress on the Mangrove Estuary Aquarium. Undergoing a small little inspection here, but you can see that it's starting to come into shape here. You get an idea of what we're looking at here. This is the sort of our deep lagoon 4-foot section over here. You can see it all framed out there, and a box around some stuff, but we are all good there. And this is our drop off down here. One thing you're going to notice is that I have a lot of cutoffs, like 2x4 cutoffs, and so I'm trying to burn them up. So there'll be plywood on the inside of that, that'll be fiberglass and everything, but you can see where I'm doubling up 2x4s for the flooring on the other section, the mangrove section of the estuary, and that's because I have a ton of these 2-foot cutoffs, or whatever, like they are 26, 28 inch, something like that. And by spacing them out flat like that and using a lot of them on here, I can use a less or thinner plywood for the bottoms that would be more heavily supported. So you can see where we have all this framing here. All that needs to happen on this side now for framing is I just need to keep framing out the middle part. There's going to be more buildup on the bottom and the top and the sides, so we have more of a frame. And then inside of the 2x4s, there'll be 2x3s, which will create like the area where the glass is going to go, the pocket for the glass to go in. And then lastly, once that framing is done and the plywood goes in, the plywood for the sides, then there'll be a little bit of overlap on the top to tie everything together. Now it is already tied together really, really well. It is very sturdy already. But we'll go ahead and put another run on top to get it all tied in nicely. I had some leftover 2x10s or 2x12s from some other builds, so it was awesome to get to utilize those to brace these guys all together. So it's either 2x10 or 2x12, like I said, on either side. So pretty awesome. But yeah, good progress. Filling out the bottom of that and getting the plywood on there won't take too long. So basically I have to have the supports in first, obviously, then the plywood goes down, and then only after the plywood goes down can I do the framing there. But really all we have is we have the framing across the back, a little bit on the side there, and then this whole front is going to be a big window. So even though this is sort of a filter, it has 2 giant windows, an 8-foot window over here, and this is 12 feet long over here, but part of this is going to be like this last section, this last few feet is going to be for plumbing that's going to come down and tie into the 3,000 gallon, because we know that now the Predator Bay 3000 is essentially turning into Predator Bay 4000 with this massive estuary tank behind it, which will be both a grow out for small predators and a filter all kind of in one. All right, you can see by the 315 grow out aquarium that the not so many monsters anymore have moved up to the 4,500 gallon. And I took the time last night to reset the 315, get it all cleaned out. Big water change, and that is because, yep, you guessed it, there's already new grow outs on the way. And I thought it would be kind of fun is let's play a game with this. So within the first 24 hours in the comments, if you can guess what these fish are, I'll give you a Aquarium Domain prize pack, t-shirt, towel bag, that kind of stuff. So here's the deal though, there's two sets of fish. One is a group of 2, one is a group of 15. So you have to guess what they are. And I'll give you a hint, they're going in annex tanks. So see if you can figure it out. If you can, I'll look through the comments, and once that 24 hours is up, I'll let you know who won. Well, 24 hours at the new tank, and the new mini monsters are right at home. We can see that the Oscars, the Bumblebee Oscars, they're hanging out with the other Oscars, all happy, doing great. Looks like they're looking for food. Also the peacock bass, they are doing awesome. And they're still a little twitchy, but so there's the other peacock bass over here, and you can see the silver arrow there in the back. Again, they're all still a little twitchy. It's a new home for them. See the pike giving the arowana just a little bit of the business, not too hard, but just letting them know this was my tank first. But yeah, all in all, very happy with this, and it's just a matter of getting all these guys over here grown out big enough that we can unite them with those bad boys over there. So I know that I've been feeding these little guys a little more, and these big boys, they can smell it in the water column. They're definitely not happy about that. They're like, why do we smell food? I can't get to it. But it shouldn't be too long before the other guys get grown out and we can reunite everybody. So as you can see from the video, I need this marine estuary even more than I originally thought. So I'm going to be fast tracking this build here, as well as fast tracking one of the 1,200 gallons. Rather than splitting time on both of them, just going to focus on one, get one done first, get this done, and then of course get Predator Bay 3000 up and running, because I got a lot of things I need to move around here. In the next video also I'll show you the new mini monsters, or the new, I shouldn't say that, the new fish that are coming in for the grow out. And also I'm going to show you what's going on with the 125 gallon Malawi River, because there's a situation with it. So in the process of fixing that, I'm going to go ahead and convert it to sort of the new style like I spoke about in the other videos, where the filtration is also going to be an aquarium in its own rights, with glass, and be planted and sort of be so normally function as a filter, but also be able to hold fish if necessary for different reasons. So as always, lots going on. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.